Welcome back, friends. You're tuning into Pipes, Tattoos, and Conversations. Tattooed Piper here with you. Kind of like Spurgeon Piper, where he says, "This is Wilson with you." This is Tattooed Piper with you. I really like his channel. He's definitely does some good reviews. Today, I know I'm sitting here looking down. I'm kind of excited about this review because I'm looking down at this tin. When I first tried this, I did not like it. I was not a fan of it. And as I smoked it and spent a little more time with it, I started drawing out more of the subtle nuances. And then, of course, the one I'm going to review today is a flake tobacco. And I tried loading my pipe different ways. The first time I did it was folding stuff. And after that, I've done folding stuff a couple more times, but mainly I just rub it out and pack it because you get more of the flavors of the different types of tobaccos when you do that. So, yeah, I guess we'll get started. I'm reviewing HH Burley Flake. Like I said, I wasn't a fan, but as I've smoked it and a little bit more, I've become accustomed to the burly forwardness of this, and I've started being able to pick out the Virginias and the dark-fired Kentucky out of it. So I'm going to read this tin description. It says, a Burley dominant flake containing tobaccos from 3 continents. Doesn't say what the 3 continents are, but besides Burley, this flake also contains ripe Virginia tobaccos and a small portion of dark-fired Kentucky. This tin is actually from September 2022, so it's already got almost 2 years of age on it. You can hear the Amazon van backing up out there. Let me pause this till they're done. Okay, we're back. It's kind of funny. The Amazon van was backing up, and then a helicopter flew overhead, and yeah, it was crazy out here. But anyway, let's get back into this review. So yeah, like I said, this is from September 2022, so it's already got almost 2 years of age on it, and I transferred it from this tin to my handy dandy mason jar. So let's take this out and I'll get the tin note of it for you and show you what it looks like. Right off the cuff, you get raisin. Interesting, but I get raisin right away. And earth. Raisin, earth, grass, of course. There's kind of a nutty smell in there too, but it's very subdued, kind of like a medium tasting nut. I'm not sure what nut that is, but there's definitely a very familiar nutty smell in there. Maybe like an almond, but it's not almond, it's a little deeper than that. It's not walnut either, that's too deep. So it's somewhere in there. Maybe a pistachio or a pecan, something like that, I don't know. The longer I keep my nose in here, the more I get this rice bag smell. You know the rice bags that you put in the microwave and you heat them up and then you put them on your wounds and they kind of, or your sore spots, and it's supposed to be like a heating pad, and it kind of has like a oatmeal-ish kind of smell to it. That's what I'm getting out of this. Yeah, that's the tin note there. Very nice smelling. Oh, let me show you. Let me pull one of these flakes out here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see because it's not focusing on the flake, but pretty flake. Very pretty flake. I loaded up my pipe from the haunted bookshop review I did. I told you I was going to be reviewing HH Burley flake, and I was going to do it in this pipe. It's a diplomat style from what I get from that little pipe poster thing. I think we've all seen it, pipe shaped poster. I think this is the closest thing I could find on that was a diplomat, so I think that's what that is. But this is the screw on, screw off stem that I had told you about, and this is made by Kilroy. It says Kilroy imported briar. That's all I can find on it, but rusticated, and then of course that silver or whatever material that band is made out of is starting to rusticate, so it looks really good. I got this from a pipe lot I bought on eBay, which is where that horsehead churchwarden pipe came from that I have in my collection, if you see my collection video. So anyway, let's get this fired up and I will tell you about HH Burley flake. Upon first light, you get the earth is the thing that comes out first. Earth and like a light hint of hay, I guess. Not really grass, but more hay, and yeast. Kind of like a really earthy beer. It's good flavor right off the cuff, which I did not like when I first tried it. I thought it was really just intense and in your face, but as you smoke it more, it gets like less and less in your face. But it's an acquired taste. It's just like IPAs or really dark beer or beer in general. For some people, it's an acquired taste. You know, gin. I used to hate gin, and now I love gin. But the flake stays lit pretty well. I didn't have to dry it out much. I didn't have to let it sit. I pretty much straight rubbed it out and loaded the bowl. And I've done 2 lights and char light and another light, and it's staying lit really well. The raisin flavor that was in the tin note has stayed behind in the tin note. It's stayed in that tin. It doesn't come through on the palate at all when you're smoking this. At least not for me. And the sweetness that you get right when you open the tin is almost non-existent when you smoke it. It's kind of more subdued, but strong, if that makes sense. There's not a whole lot of different flavors that come out in it. 3 or 4 at most. Like I said, yeasty, a little grassy, hay for sure, and then earthy is the main component in the flavor. And the nuttiness has kind of died down and gone away. There might be a little hint in there, but it's as I like to say, way up in the wispies. It's just hanging out in there. The air conditioner just kicked on. Hopefully it doesn't bug you guys. All in all, though, it's a good burning burley flake. Nothing to really complain about. As I said, when I first did, I had a lot to complain about, but now it's good. But my palate for burley has developed. And that's something like with Latakia or Dark Fired Kentucky, you just have to develop. And I think in all reality, for pipe smoking in general, you just have to develop a palate for it. Because when I first started, all I tasted was hot air and smoke, no matter what I smoked. And then as I learned how to smoke a pipe properly, as I learned how to pack a pipe properly, as I learned how to light and, just everything, clean, all of that, my pipe experience and pipe adventure just took off. And I'm really, really enjoying this now. I didn't think I liked Burleys in the beginning, but I actually have started liking them over Virginias. But Virginias give me a really hard tongue bite and a weird mouth feel, kind of like a numbing mouth feel. So I don't smoke too many Virginias, more English and aromatics. But now, I think, especially Haunted Bookshop, that Burley is, man, that's amazing stuff. But yeah, with this HH Burley flake, let me look at the back of the tin again, because you definitely taste the Burley and you definitely taste the Virginias on a lighter scale. And then the Dark Fired Kentucky is in there, and you can get that little note of the Dark Fired Kentucky, but it's way down here, or I guess, no, not up in the wispies, but if your main flavor is Burley, and then you got a little bit of Virginia, and then you got a little bit of Dark Fired, but you can still taste it in there. It is good. Smokes well, lights well. Definitely not one of my favorite tobacco blends, but it's not one that I'm going to set aside and not smoke. Of course, like I had said, this tin, I believe it was September of 22. Yeah, it's got almost 2 years of age on it. So it's probably deepened and sweetened over time. I'd have to get a fresh tin of HH Burley Flake in order to compare for you guys, but yeah, it's got about 2 years of age, so, but yeah, it's good. Anyway, until our next video or our next meeting, have a great day. Have a great week. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the time with family and friends and a good pipe, as Hobbiton Piper would say. Cheers.